So, you're off to college. This is an exciting time that's going to be full of all types of new and exciting experiences. You're in a new place, meeting new people, and ready to learn everything that you need to know to have a successful career. But wait, college will have a lot more than exams and studying. There are going to be a lot of temptations everywhere. Don't study tonight. Let's go out instead, you might hear. Or, come on, man, everyone's doing it. Don't you want to fit in? Don't be fooled by these tricks. You have made it this far and do not want to ruin your future with bad decisions. At the core of 99% of bad decisions, there are drugs and alcohol, and college is full of both. This discussion will guide you through one particularly dangerous drug, mushrooms. No, not mushrooms like you're used to eating with a hearty, home-cooked meal. Those mushrooms are harmless. I am talking about a different strain of mushrooms that contains the psychoactive compound psilocybin. If you have ever heard of a person talking about them, they might not have called them mushrooms. Perhaps they were referred to as shrooms, boomers, mushies, or even purple passion. These so-called street names are how dealers and buyers communicate to one another. If secret names have to be used to make a purchase, you are doing something wrong. So what makes shrooms so bad? How does it work? The shrooms naturally produce a compound that scientists have called psilocybin. On its own, psilocybin is inactive. However, once a person ingests the chemical, the psilocybin is converted into psilocin, which then produces mind-altering effects on the user. That's right, your mind is being chemically altered by the compound in this fungus. More than 200 species of fungi produce psilocybin, another reason to only get your mushrooms from the local grocery store. Effects of this drug can range from experiencing euphoric sensations to having visual hallucinations. This is why it is listed as a Schedule I substance by the government. The Drug Enforcement Agency recognizes that shrooms serve no legitimate medical purpose, with a high potential for abuse. While it may be interesting to study and see how the chemicals work, it certainly does not safe for use. See, the psilocybin activates serotonin receptors in the prefrontal cortex of the brain. This part of your brain controls your mood, cognition, and perception of things around you. Messing with this part of your brain changes your perception of reality and changes you. It also will affect people differently. Your brain works differently than your friends, so both of you could have different effects even from taking the same drug. Picture this. Your roommate decides they want to be a daredevil and take these so-called magic mushrooms. Within 30 minutes to an hour, they begin to feel different. They may start laughing and say they feel happy, almost euphoric. Maybe they begin to examine the world around them like it's the first time they have ever seen a window, the floor, or their own hands. You look at them and notice how wide their pupils are, while they stumble around like a fool. Maybe you even want to try it and see what they are experiencing. Now you take the same amount that they did, the amount that your friends told you you should take, since they are the experts after all. Within 30 minutes, you feel slightly nauseous, like your stomach is turning. At first, it starts to seem okay. There is a relaxing feeling over you. It does not seem so bad. You begin to feel the effects of the shrooms more and more. Suddenly, you feel a little panicked. You become completely engulfed with confusion and are disassociated from reality. From here, it just gets worse, and scary hallucinations follow you everywhere you turn. It will be over soon, you try and tell yourself, calm down. Wrong. The immediate effects of shrooms can last 4 to 6 hours. You are disconnected from reality. There is no sense of time to you. Maybe this 6 hours feels like 15. You have intentionally put yourself in a real-life nightmare that you cannot escape by waking up. You simply have to wait and wait and wait. This situation is not only possible, but will be your reality if you choose to take this drug. But what happened? Why are there different experiences for you and your friend? Like I said, psilocybin is a psychoactive compound, which chemically looks like this. To get this structure, a natural reaction takes place inside the mushroom. That reaction goes as follows. Starting with tryptophan, the mushroom uses a protein, tryptophan decarboxylase, to turn that compound into tryptamine. Tryptamine 4-monooxygenase and putative CP450 reductase then turns this into 4-hydroxytryptamine. 4-hydroxytryptamine is then used to turn this into norbiocystin. Psilocybin synthase then turns this into biocystin. And using psilocybin synthase again, we finally get the final product, psilocybin. Once turned into psilocin, many things can affect the trip that is experienced by the user. Being nervous about taking shrooms, the mindset you have, past experiences, and even your own expectations about what the trip will be like can alter the user's experience. The brain is complex, and human beings all think and experience things differently from one another. Therefore, the mind-altering fungus will affect people differently as well. Even once the experience is over, some people may notice changes in sensory perception and thought patterns several days after eating the shrooms. So what is the logical conclusion to come to? Taking this drug is not worth it. Having a never-ending nightmare you cannot wake up from does not equate to possibly experiencing a euphoric-like state. Not to mention, poisoning could happen if you eat the wrong species of mushrooms, which itself could lead to potentially fatal issues. Enjoy your college experience in a safe, responsible manner that your parents would be proud of.